lives on a pretty decently sized chunk of land with room enough for a garage, a good 250 to 300 feet from the main house, and the backyard backs up to some woods. They get quite a bit of wildlife there, so one of their favorite things to do is to set chicken livers outside below the windows so they can watch the foxes come close to the house and eat them. But back to the bonfire. Bill and Chris invite a couple of friends and proceed to spend the evening drinking beer and talking smack. Out of nowhere, Bill has the grand idea to take the rest of the chicken livers and put them behind the detached garage in the woods. There's a game camera back there, so the plan is to put the livers in front of the camera to see whatever animals are lurking deeper in the woods. So Bill grabs the livers, grabs Chris, and they go back down the 300-foot driveway to the back of the garage. It's about 11 o'clock at night, so they have their phone flashlights on to light the way. They get down behind the garage, and Bill hears something walking in the woods. And he tells Chris, "Shh, shut up, listen." Chris says, "I don't hear anything." They take a few more steps, and now Chris hears it too. They stop again and listen, and there's nothing. They're about 10 or 15 feet away from the tree line, and Bill takes one step, sees movement off to his right slightly, and shines his phone light over there. There is a white face looking at them from behind a fallen tree. But evidently, he has had a few too many Miller Lights because it doesn't even register in his brain, and he moves his light away. They can both hear it running back and forth in front of them within the tree line. It's so fast that they can only catch fleeting glimpses of whatever this thing is. But what they can see is something moving oddly, kind of jerky and stilted, but yet graceful for its height and its speed. They are panicking, trying to get their lights on it, and after about 10 seconds of this, both their lights hit it, and it stops dead in its tracks. It's somewhere between 6 and 7 feet tall, super skinny. They can see its tendons in its arms and legs, super long arms that come well past its knees. Obviously, long legs as well. It's running on 2 feet and stops in a weird position, not really facing them, but it has its head turned toward them. It doesn't really have any facial features, nothing in its eye sockets. Their phone lights reflect off its pale skin. It seems like they sit there staring at each other for minutes. Bill eventually screams, takes off, and leaves Chris behind. Chris eventually follows suit and starts running as well. Of course, as Bill is running, he trips and falls, but as he's lying there, he stops moving and just sits there, listening. He doesn't hear anything, so he thinks they're in the clear. He gets back up, and the pair start running again. As they're running back up the driveway toward the house, Chris says, "I think it's pacing us." Bill has no idea what it is and thinks maybe he's gone nuts until they get back to the house and stop. Chris reads his face and says, "Nah, man, I saw it too."